Hello, hello, my lovely Legarians. All right, so we're in Champion Select, and we're gonna be discussing the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs about Champion Select. As jungle, if you are here's something interesting. Like, it is actually good for our team to get jungle first, because then the counter ganking lanes, the lanes aren't counter ganked, or they're counter ganked less or something like that. But as a first pick jungler, you want to pick a jungler that, especially in this elo, that can create impact early on in the game when you're level 3. Level 3 or so on and so forth. So depending on what champion you feel comfortable with, and how you figure you're going to influence whichever lane, or you're going to invade and duel champion, like my to-go gal is Vi, and we will be picking for this game. She has high impact early on in the game. And now, let's see who is up to bat on the enemy team. So it could be a laner, it could be a jungler, but the bad part about not picking a high impact, okay, it's mid lane. Pretty good. Ahri can be countered by longer range like Syndra. Aatrox top is a little questionable. If he doesn't win his lane, he is pretty rough to play with. Graves, I can't, like, I think I can chunk Graves, but I don't think, well, no, I can actually, well, no, he clears pretty darn fast. So the only time where I could get Graves is surprising him in his jungle. And Graves, I think because Aatrox is up there, Graves would want to try to get Aatrox. Darius is a tank. I feel like Aatrox is going to have a very hard lane. So we are not going to help him. I'm not coming top. But we'll see. We'll see if he can handle himself, his own. I mean, Aatrox is like, he does melee damage. And Darius wants to be close to you, and he wants to kill you. All right, so they've got a team comp where they can pull off some wombo combos. So team fighting is going to be tricky. We don't want to, the kind of team fight that we want and don't want. We don't want the kind of team fight that lasts very long. I mean, more than 5 seconds. We don't, like, if we give the time for them to set up, they've got a Darius tank. Graves is pretty tanky with Ahri can charm and all this other stuff. And if we give them time to set up, Misfortune will get an ult off, Sona will get an ult off, and we will be blown up. The kind of team fights that we need are surprise team fights where we knock out MF or we knock out Sona, and we'll take an objective. If the enemy tries to engage, we'll be a man ahead. But for the most part, we'll be looking for picks. Graves is most likely going to go top first. So we're just going to give a heads up to the Aatrox. He knows he's got a tough lane ahead of him. But we're going to try to make it work. One of the things that you can do early, and this is a game where I am going to go tanky. And that's for anytime I want to kill somebody, I'm gonna duel up with somebody. And the tankiness will be great when we decide to make a Baron play, because nobody else in this game is going to be tanky. Aatrox can tank a little bit, then he can heal. But for the most part, we need a tank. Okay, so they're going to play around. And I feel like I'm going to get a bit much better leash this time around. Last game I played in, the Blitzcrank did not help at all. Not tanking, not leashing. He was down here somewhere doing whatever. Alright, nice, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. It's always acceptable. Your health bar is above half. No high expectations, just health bar above that, above half. So from what I can assess, Darius is being aggressive. Yes. Huh. I guess they're not really trading at the moment. All right, 410. All right, so we're gonna try to help Aatrox out by getting some control. All right, so we're gonna... Ahri is way too far on that side. Oh my goodness. She flashed right into me. Wow. And since Graves just showed, I'm gonna take his jungle as a reward. But he's probably cleared it. Actually, yeah, we can actually get this. Okay. All right, 430. Nice. Because the reason why we could get that is because bot lane was pushed up. Wow. Wow. That Zed, he is gonna be on fire, man. Wow. The roam from Lux. Holy smokes. That is the kind of early game pressure that you want to see, man. Alright, I'm gonna clear this. I believe I've got enough HP and all that. Because as a jungler, I mean, maybe there's some junglers that want to carry or whatever, but I'm like, I want to get my guys carried here. Don't give me the responsibility to carry. Let me have the support role in getting other people carried. Alright, we're gonna sit right here. Raze was in that area. We're just gonna warn And we are still gonna go tanky this game. Control board. Now Zed is ahead, but he needs to worry about. I think the shutdown could be possible. Oof. See, I told him. All right. See, I told him that he was looking for that shutdown. So we might be able to beat him to the punch. Come on, Zed, man. There you go, Zed. Wow, what a champ. What a champ. He's stuck with it. Right, so we've got 6. We're just leaving Aatrox to his fate over here. Alright, so we're not going to chase him. Throw a ward over. Alright, so he might have... I think he warded this right here. I don't think we can kill him. He's 7. Yeah, what's Zed doing? He kill somebody? I don't know what Zed did. Yeah, he's 7. He's 6. I'm not trusting that. Now, I am level 6, so we can definitely get the jump on this arm. So she definitely warded. She was teleporting, or recalling rather. He was recalling just kind of to gauge a bait or so. Wow, Aatrox just killed Darius. He knows what he was doing. That's crazy. Oh, Zed. Oh my goodness. Zed, I love you. So I'm gonna reward myself with well, I didn't really do anything, but I'm gonna reward myself anyway. He's up in... He's about up. I'm gonna ward right there. And right there. We're gonna angle so our Q, our E rather, isn't seen. I don't think Graves is on this side actually. Now because I'm on this side, I know where Graves is. I'm gonna pop over. All right, there we go. Another benefit of being tanky. I can take turret shots all day. I'm waiting for my passive to come up. Graves is nowhere on the map. Alright. This, at this point, is just complete domination. Wow. 14-3. Alright, so we're gonna head back, get my completed item here. We're gonna get some boots. And who does the most damage on their team? Really nobody. So we're gonna get that item, another control ward, head on out. So they're going to be wanting the shutdown on Zed. If we... Nice. Oh my goodness. I don't want to be greedy here. I'm gonna give Zed a little comfort here. Because if I am taking Graves jungle, then he'll know that Graves isn't out to get him. Alright, so we can get this. See if they come. Nope. Yep. Alright. Gonna dance around a bit. Alright. Perfectly fine for Aatrox. You really want to kill him? Alright, if you... Come on, you know you wanna... Alright, there we go. It's just the shutout, boys! It's just the shutout. Ah, you can handle it, Aatrox. Let me farm. You can handle it. Wow. This Zed, oh my goodness, this Zed. They're gonna be surrendering. There is... That Ari is having such a rough game. And is the Graves out of position here? Okay. I'll go back. It looks like he's... Oh. Maybe not. Alright, there we go. His red's about to be up. See if I can give it to Zed. Give red to Zed. Where is it? Where is it? Oh. Oh, I am a little low. Okay. Alright. That's the better choice now. Alright, we're gonna head back. Kinda should stay here. let him get this. Holding the line for him. And Darius is actually less useful, in my opinion, than Braves with red buff. Alright, so they should have him. That's overkill right there. Yeah. The next game, that Ari and whomever, they are just going to they're gonna be like, ban Zed. Ban Zed. I don't care who does it. I don't care why. Just ban Zed. That's what they're gonna be like. Ah, the Zed, man. He is just out of control. So in 3 minutes, we've got a dragon. Try not to be too greedy. Alright, we're gonna head back. So let's see, do any of the team do any damage? Graves does some damage. Looks like he's okay. So we're gonna want health. So let's finish off that item. And do anyone do any critical damage? No. So health is good. Health is good this game. Let's start with this. And that for mobility. Wait, let's undo that. Let's get that. And let's get that. Okay. So it's a possibility that Darius can try to flank. You just need a little vision in that area. Well, plenty of vision right here, but... Oh, Sona's dead. Okay, we're gonna clear this ward. Guys are just so scared of us. As they should be. Aw. We're just gonna be stealing Braves jungle. Deny them. A war right there. So it looks like they're just giving up at this point. But you don't want to you don't want that to throw you for a loop. Remember, you just want to end the game. And this is okay, so just be aware of the Darius. Like, there's the MF ult. Okay, we're gonna get a ward right here. We're gonna tell people to kind of back away. I'm basically, I want to set up for Baron. I want to end the game. So I think we'll push one more wave. Then I'm gonna head back and get prepared for Baron. Prepare for Baron! Alright, so let's get some more health. Aatrox and I actually can do this. Okay, that's the surrender. We don't have to worry about it. Woo, 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 woo. Domination! Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's look at what went on that game. I am 0-0-7. I did nothing but help my team out. The Zed just pulling out at 13-1-2, and it was so worth it to get that Ahri. Ahri gave up her flash, but she didn't time it right. And so I hit her, and there was no way she was gonna get out of there. And after that, it was a rough time. I got our Zed just ahead like nobody's business. Yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. So, I was trying to, dude, this Graves has zero knowledge how to predict in jungling. So what he's kind of talking about is like Graves has like some technical skills. He's good in games, and there may be some, and there are instances where he does really well. But there's a difference between like knowing the flow of the game, what to do, what to capitalize on, wards and stuff, gaining vision, what's safe, what isn't safe. So Graves just can't burst onto the scene and deal all this damage. Anyway, so let's talk about items. So I went Sterix Gauge because of I thought most of the damage would be coming from Darius and from the Graves. Seeing here, he's got a lot of the kills. And yeah, so he's got the Darius and Graves have the most kills, and their setup is fixed towards armor penetration. The Black Cleaver, let's see, let's read a little bit. Dealing physical damage to an enemy champion cleaves them, reducing their army by 5% for 6 seconds. Stacks up to 6 times. So it reduces their armor by 5% for 6 seconds. And it stacks up to 6 times, up to 30%. You can reduce somebody's armor up to 30%. So instead of being so armor heavy, which I think that's how you counter armor penetration, is by going health. I guess I'll have to get schooled on that at some point, maybe do some stuff. So I had a choice of getting, you know, getting a healthy item with some armor, which that would have been fine. But this item gives you health, it gives you a shield, and it gives you, well, let's read it. Upon taking at least 400 damage, within 5 seconds gain the shield, and when lifeline triggers, grow inside and strength, gaining plus 25 additional attack damage. And attack damage is huge on Vi. So I thought that would be more appropriate. It's a little more, it's defense, and I think it's the smart defense, and it also applies some danger. Like if I do something sort of risky, I have that shield, I'll have that 25% additional base damage to finish the job. Because if we got a shutdown or something, things can still turn around. But we made it so that it was very difficult for them to turn around things. And in the end, they were just kind of giving up. You know, they posed a little bit of a fight when they got close to when we got close to mid. But I was more concerned about Baron. But I guess, I mean, there's still ways to come back in the game, but they didn't want to. They either didn't know how or didn't want. It's not. They probably wanted to commit to it, but they didn't know how. How you do it? You gotta, catch people out. If the Zed is fed, like Think about how to get the shutdown on Zed. All right. And that's with wards and being really careful about positioning and staying by at least with Zed as fed as he was, I would be staying with 4 other people. That Zed is scary. So Aatrox was actually he actually beat Darius in top lane, and that was surprising. Like if I was Aatrox and I was fighting a Darius, I have no idea how to beat him. I would lose over and over. But he knew what he was doing. Awesome. And if they wouldn't have surrendered, we would have done Baron because he's got so much healing and he's got so much damage that the 2 of us can do Baron pretty well. The Lux, support Lux, she did a great job. She did better than me in supporting. So she did a great job. She's going Seeker's Arm Guard, I think, after Frost Queen's claim. I didn't see too much action. Oh yeah, I saw the roam from Lux. Wow. And when they pushed up, Lux came to help. Awesome. But the early dragons, freaking awesome. That one of the advantages you can have when you delete the mid laner and bot lane, they were pushed up, or we were pushing them up, and I think Graves had to leave too. So free dragon, man. No. Okay. So anyway, so Ezreal looks like standard Ezreal stuff. Iceborne Gauntlets, this actually makes him a little more instead of going Trinity Force, makes him give him a little more survivability, and he can kite. He can't follow so well, but he can kite. He can slow people down. And he was doing well. So all of our lanes were just doing like ridiculously good. It just so happens like the Zed that I helped just was amazing, and the RA was just like, what do I do now that he does all this damage? And trying to block a Zed that knows what he's doing, skill shots, is hard. No doubt about it. So getting behind with a Zed, oh my goodness. I don't know if Zed is a hard counter to Ari, but his Zed performance certainly made me believe. All right, so the Ari's got Dorn's Ring. Looks like she's working on Seekers. It would have been more prudent to go Seekers than Moral Economicon. Like, get some more survivability with Ari, because you are definitely not doing good in lane. And then try to work with your teammates in getting kills. This item is actually only good for, I think, well, I mean, reduce healing. I'm not really sure how that interacts with on-hit healing, as opposed to like healing with a spell like Mundo does with his ultimate, or healing with potions. I think spells and potions, but if this also reduces, then it is a little effective, but not really. She should have gone Seekers early and get some defenses, especially when she was having such a rough time dodging his attacks. The MF, I saw MF use her ult once, so I really didn't interact with their bot lane at all. She's got some defense with Ninja Tabai, and they really couldn't get anywhere. Like, if you get a good wombo combo off and you got MF, like, look at all the abilities you guys have, but they probably were like, oh man, we're losing, you know. So let's see. As far as they're a little behind, they are behind on CS, but I think that has much to do with the fact that they were staying in base and they weren't prepared to make a decision like, hey, let's go over here and do this shutdown and stuff like that. They were besides themselves in decision making, because the game was getting pretty ahead on our side because of the Zed, and he was roaming, and that's difficult to deal with. But if you know how to deal with it, you can still handle it. Let's see. So, and then the Sona, it's like you can burst down Zed. You can burst down Zed. You have to Sona. You'll have to spend a good amount of stuff. And remember that he goes back to he can go back to shadows. That's always annoying. You burn all this stuff and he goes back to his shadow and he just walks away. The Sona, like she was dying a lot. She was having a tough game, that's for sure. 0, 7, and 3. So yeah, all their lanes they were behind, but moreover, most likely they did not know how to come back from behind. Like in higher elo, it would be more difficult, but at this elo, like I still make mistakes. I still and the team, our team still makes mistakes. We do risky plays that don't need to be made. You can take I was thinking the objective to get was Baron because we had so much presence on the map. And maybe and sieging those turrets at that stage in the game, I don't have that much confidence in that. I think like taking rewards on the map away from graves, the jungle camps, those are rewards enough. You don't want to, when people spawn so quickly out of base, they travel from doo-doo, and they're on top of you again. If you kill one or two, you still have to worry about the turret aggro, and then the people that are alive, if they can charm you, whatever, they could kill you. And then you have the respawn timers aren't that long, so people will pop out of the fountain in 10 seconds or something, and they'll be right back in it, and they'll have upgraded their armor or whatever, because even though they didn't get any gold or whatever, you're not going back, but they're getting their armor. So because the timers are so short is why you should take caution at early part in the game, in sieging their base, because of timers. It's like you continue to stay, before you know it, their entire team is up. You were able to kill one person or two people. Now all 5 are back. They've got maybe their ultimates where you had to spend an ultimate, things like that. And it's just safer, make the safer play back, go back and reset, stuff like that. All right, my lovely Legardians, I hope you guys enjoyed this game, because I did. And I hope to see you guys next time. This is ArchAcadia signing out. Hoyo!